Cheers, mates. How's it delicious? What is playing in the background is Motley Crue, Too Fast for Love. Pretty delish album. Look at them back here. You can tell why the thrash metalers thought they were hitting for the other team. So, this right here, this is going to be my entry to my good Brojh the Vinilys Vault contest. 500 plus subscribers. It's pretty delish right there. That's a Lifetime Achievement Award, mate. Yeah. So, I will be showing my favorite live albums and telling you a story of one of my favorite live shows. Delish. Alright. First up is Humble Pie, live at the Fillmore, rockin' the Fillmore. Delish live album, double album. Has a pretty delish inner gatefold thingy with like a bunch of pictures and stuff, and like there's little cutout circles so you can see the label. It's a delish album. It's got a good lineup, and there's a lot of talk to the audience. The guy talks to the audience a lot. It's pretty sexy. Yeah, each of the the labels on the first sides are always this guy like playing drums, and then the next one is like another guy playing something, I forget. Yeah, great delish album, Humble Pie, rockin' the Fillmore. I got this album for free from Blake for some reason. I don't know, I think he had like 6 billion copies of it, and he was like, hey, you want one? And I was like, delish, mate. Delish me up. And he did. Yeah, so they played this show with Frank Zappa, Moby Grape, and Blood Rock. Sounds like a delish show to be at, mates. Next up is the MC5, Kick Out the Jams. Do you frickin' lish, mate? Like, if you don't have this album, you're like a poser, and you deserve to be died. Look at them, right there. How could you not love these fellas? They're shirtless. Perfect, mate. I love this album. You can't go wrong with the MC5, because they're the only people who can play Kick Out the Jams and not make it sound like a bunch of noise, because it seems whenever I hear anyone cover the Kick Out the Jams, and everyone covers Kick Out the Jams, the only part you can hear is Kick Out the Jams, and the rest is just... But the MC5 delish it up, mates. You know it. Delish album, MC frickin' 5. For those of you that don't know, the MC5 stands for the Motor City 5. Delish songs, Ramblin' Rose, Kick Out the Jams, Come Together, Rocket was blocked out by this little whole thing. Rocket Reducer number 62. Delish. That was just side 1, so I'll leave you in suspense so you want more from side 2. This next album is not all the way a live album, but the second side is a live album, and the second side is delish. Battalion of Saints. It's a comp. It's best of Battalion of Saints. But the side 2 has some delish live things. By the way, I hate these outer sleeves because they stick on your record and it makes me want to punch a baby. Battalion of Saints. I got this rec on white colored vinyl. Pretty delish. Look at that label. That label is sexy. Delish, mate. Yeah, it's pretty thrash metal right there. Yeah, no, the second one has like a bunch of them playing live, and it's pretty good, and the guy's always talking in between songs. He's like, oh, hey, bro, you knocked out my teeth that one time. And he's like, yeah. And then they do a cover of Panama by Van Halen, and it's pretty delish. And then they do another cover of Ace of Spades, and it is pretty thrashin', mate. It's pretty thrashin'. So that's what it is, mate. Delish. Battalion of Saints. And now, my favorite live record, Live Rust, Neil Young. Just, I cry every single second I hear this. It's like, frickin' lish me. Like, he has like a little Jimi Hendrix pin on his thing, and I think that's stuff, but it kind of looks like weed. Delish record on Reprise, of course. If it wasn't on Reprise, I would murder children. It has the original sleeves. I should listen to this album. I don't listen to this album enough. I listen to it maybe 3 times a day. That's definitely not enough. Look at how baller Neil Young is. Delish. I don't even know what's going on over here. That guy's like... They're like wearing satanic things. There's ghosts open for them. Delish. Yeah, this album is great from start to finish. Just real thrash metal. The godfather of grunge. Mate. So, yeah. Those are all my favorite live albums that I own. And my favorite concert experience happened quite recently. I was seeing Chris Cornell and Tom Morello at the El Corazon in Seattle. Delish place to see bands. Delish place to thrash. And the show sold out in 20 minutes, so it was packed in there. With the huge guys, and Blake, my mate Blake and I, moved our ways to the front and thrashed. And there was a divider separating the bar from the floor. And so, the guys from the bar were getting super drunk. And so the guys from the bar were making a bunch of noise and stuff. So the guy from the bar, there's this like little Indian guy. He's like way shorter than I am. I stand up like right here. He's like right here. I don't know, that's what I remember. But so he was like, you guys are like good, you guys are delish, thrashing oot to some delish tunes. And I was like, yeah, mate. And Blake was like, no. And then so we were like thrashing, and the guy was like, hey, you guys, if you guys can get up there, you guys can get up to the front. And we were like, we're at the front, mate. And he's like, no, in the middle front. You're at the side front. And we're like, yeah, it's fine, bro. And he's like, no, man, no. And there's these 2 fucking huge guys. Like, remember the Indian guy stands here, and I stand here? They stand up here. So, they're like big and they're like huge, and this thing is for like some liberal crap that, I don't know, Tom Morello is like a communist, so for some communist rally. I didn't give a shit about the communist stuff. I wanted, it was for 15 now. $15 minimum wage. Ugh. Ugh. But, don't let me get on my political rants, but it's for $15 minimum wage, and so there are a bunch of, like, union workers there, and they're, like, crying because they are not delish. So they were, like, crying over there, and so, like, this mate, these two mates are up here on me, and they're big, and they're thrashing, and they're, like, blocking our way. So but we're fine where we are. We're right at the gate. We can see perfectly. We have a view of the whole stage and some of the backstage at our corner view. And the guy jumps up. He's like, go. He's like, go. Go, go, go. And we're like, nah, man, nah. And so the guy hops the border from the bar to the floor, and he's like thrashing. He's like, get up to the front. And we're like, nah, man, calm down. And he, like, is pushing me. He's pushing me. And Blake steps out of the way. And so Blake is just sitting there, standing and watching this guy shove me between two huge union workers. I'm being squeezed and squeezed and squeezed, and the guy will not let up. He's like, get to the front, mate! And I'm like, ah! I was like gonna die. I was being compressed, and then I like twist, and then the guy like falls, and he like breaks free, and he gets through a shit ton of people to the front, to like the very front, and he climbs over this thing, and this huge guy grabs him by his collarbone and slams him down and like punches him, and everyone's like, ah! And they shine lights everywhere, and then Tom Morello's like playing, and I don't know what Tom Morello's doing, fuck Tom Morello, and they get the guy, and I look at Blake, and I'm like, what the hell just happened? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, well, just thrashed. And then, like, the guy came back, and he was in the bar again. I thought they kicked him out, but apparently not. So he's in the bar again. He's like, sorry, mates, didn't mean to delish you up. And I was like, yeah, no, it's cool. It's delish, mate. The guy's a cool bro. He's a cool bro, apart from almost killing me between two communist union workers. Well, congrats on the 500 plus subscribers, Vinyl Vault dude. Have a delish evening, and thrash all night.